Okay, so my first speaker brought out three contentions. The Second Amendment, and the second contention, self-defense, and the third, that the ban is ineffective. So, to address the first, summarize the first contention again, assault weapons ban threatens Second Amendment rights. In the court case that D.C. vs. Heller proved Miller is not the controlling president. Joseph was said by Congressman Boren in 2009. In 2008, the court case states that the ban of handguns the Supreme Court rules the ban unconstitutional. The Second Amendment guarantees an individual rights to possess and carry weapons in cases of confrontation. This supports the idea of self-defense. Incremental steps to erode the Second Amendment are unacceptable. This is a quote from the Supreme Justice at that time. In 2010, the court case of Chicago vs. McDonald, again, Chicago bans handguns, but the Supreme Court rules that as unconstitutional. And this applies to the other states, because at that time, D.C. was just a territory. And then the Second Amendment is something that it's the system of provides our liberty. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Second contention to self-defense. Guns can be used to stop acts of evil in the name of self-defense. This is by Gross, chair of Calgun's Foundation in July 26, 2012. Guns have a history of protecting people from acts of evil. Abolitionists free slaves against the KKK, civil rights workers, and the LGBT community against the rapists and robbers and other invaders. Every year, 1.5 million cases of successful self-defense was reported. And most often, they do not require the use of weapons. Many examples of citizens using assault weapons to protect the neighborhoods have been repeated. There was the case of the LA riots, blizzard in Buffalo, and floods in Jamestown. Israeli citizens used assault weapons to protect innocent civilians, and in their country, they allow assault weapons. In the El Al ticket counter at the LA International Airport successfully used assault weapons to stop acts of terror. This is something that police and military can't always be available. And then the third contention, the ban is ineffective, and we give 5 reasons, and which was given by the legal community against violence in 2005. Assault weapons ban have many flaws. The military features can be quickly manipulated, and sportization the names can be changed. Grandfathering, which means that the ban only applies after it's issued, and then the copies and duplicates and the copycats are the same thing but just with different names, and the organization that is in control of avoiding that is ineffective. So the pro team has a concession of addressing homicide, and we want to address that. The murder and violent crime rates are declining since the assault weapons ban lapsed. States with bans on assault weapons have smaller decrease in crime than states that allow assault weapons. This is according to law.
Time.
Oh.
Is it a
Crossfire. Just for you. Ryan.
Who goes first?
She gets the first question because you just spoke.
Okay.
All right, let's go. If you don't know what to ask, you can always say, in my speech I said, tell us one of your arguments. How would you respond?
In my speech, I said that it was said assault weapons are used for mass destruction instead of defense. How would you respond to that?
I would bring out examples when like the Israelis used assault weapons to defend themselves, and there were many other cases like when the police at the LA International Airport defended themselves. Not the police, sorry, but citizens with the assault weapons.
Wait, am I allowed to interrupt him? No.
Oh, so do I ask a question now?
Yep.
How do you explain the Second Amendment when all the cases are ruled as unconstitutional?
I would say that we have already had an assault weapon ban before, and if it was going to be ruled as unconstitutional, then they would have done so.
Can I ask something to that?
Nope. Now it's our turn.
You said that it was needed, assault weapons were needed for defense, but why wouldn't handguns work?
If the people attacking us have assault weapons, what should we have less? Why should we use a handgun to defend them when they have things that can penetrate, like strong stuff like stronger than what we can penetrate? I'm saying that assault weapons should be equalized so that we can all protect ourselves equally.
All right. Ask another question.
Okay. In my speech, I said that the ban is ineffective for 5 reasons. Can you support your own argument? Should I say the 5 reasons?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you say that how can you prevent companies from manipulating their own weapons? And so that they bend the rules. Like it was banned, right? The weapons were banned, but then like they bend the rules so that they can still make assault weapons, but they're not called assault weapons.
I would say that even though they bent the rules and still produced weapons like that, there are still statistics that show that the ban was effective while it